How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter. So, I'm gonna be honest here, this episode might be a bit weird. I'm not sure. I fell under the weather, and it wasn't too bad. I feel like the worst is behind me, but I still got a little, like, scratch in my throat, and I've definitely got the sniffles. So, I got water. I'm gonna try and make it through this without too much stuff, but I'm gonna end up coughing. It's gonna happen. I might have to forego some of the voice work just because, well, for one thing, it's not like it's the most impressive, but the other thing being that while I feel like it does help keep things consistent and immersive, I don't know how long my throat will hold out for it. So we're just gonna play it by voice. Today's gonna be a lot of exploring Grancel, so I imagine there's gonna be some interesting conversations we have in town. I might save some conversations, like I know I want to take Zin to the Calvard Republic offices, but we might not do that quite yet because I'm going to hold on to Oliver and Chloe for now, and then we'll get our way to the Galling, you know, get ready to start looking for that child's parents who've gone missing, which is terrifying. But yeah, so I'm going to check the message board and kind of start scooping around town. Anything interesting pops up. There's some key places I want to visit, and I'm sure I will maintain, like, kind of showcase what happens there. Like, I can just list off the top of my head, I want to go to the museum. I want to check out the embassy with Oliver for the Erebonian Empire. I want to go see if we can see Niall at the paper publishing port. And I imagine we'll probably get access to the underground if we haven't got it already. But yeah, we'll see all of that when we get to it. But thank you so much for being here. Look, I'm very excited to have you all as part of the channel today, and hopefully I can keep this as a fun video, even if it's going to end up shorter and more sniffly than normal. But let's just jump right into it. Okay. Alright, Erbe, scenic monster. Dangerous monster, Conocider, has been sighted along the Arabic scene found. Braces affiliate with the branch, has to respond immediately. Monster possesses extremely thick skin, has a dizzying attacks. Respond equipped with arts. Okay, so it's highly resistant to melee, and it has dizzying attacks. So is that going to be confusion or daze? I can't remember which exactly is which, so try and brace for that. Oh, didn't mean that. And then the sewer monster. A mad tree has been seen in the Grancel sewers. Enter the west block entrance. It has bloodsucking. I hate the bloodsucking attacks. Maybe weak to fire arts. Okay, good thing I've got some of those. Oh, sweet. Let's go start looking around. So like I said, I'm going to be talking to people. Naturally, I could change out players here for different characters, which I'll do later. But unless there's like a meaningful like interaction, I'm probably just going to cut it out. So while I'm going to be talking to a lot of people, you're not going to see a lot of it. That's just the way it goes. It makes the videos a lot more digestible. But yeah, all right, let's jump into it. All right, let's see. The Liberal News. Welcome to the Liberal News Service. The first floor here is reception, second floor is our editorial room. Alright. Niall takes top positioning this time, huh? Ron's new mayor decided, huh? Kinda tame coming from Niall, but it's not bad. Alright, too bad for Noticia, but it looks like this will be our next headline. Looks like they're in a meeting. Okay. Ultimately, we don't really know the reason why Elmo's hot springs were boiling. The editor-in-chief told me it was a real half article. Huh. So, the mayor resorts to inn. Are we gonna, like, learn about that? Or, oh, I need to get a copy. I need to go to the store. Oh, you're the one that he spoke of, perhaps. Who's he? I don't think I know anyone here. The goddess saves those who save themselves. May you find good guidance. Okay, so someone was talking about us? Huh. I wonder who that could have been. Anyway, we're in the west side, so once I finish like looking around, I'll probably just go and try and take out that blood-sucking monster real quick. Oh, you guys are bracers. You're welcome to enter sewers, but it's dark inside, so be careful. Alright, let's go find this blood-sucking tree. I don't want to get in too many fights along the way. You know, it hasn't been terribly long since we last played this. I wonder if I'll be able to remember some of the paths. We got the haze going on, so that's good. Mystery paste. Delicious. You find a message scratched along the bottom. Look at this chest, do your worst, but be warned, for ye be cursed. Silver gauntlets. Oh, that must be for Zin. For every extra item you take from a treasure chest, a creepy sheep is sheared. Thank goodness for that. They better shear them all. I love how their name is Creepy Sheep. I wonder if that's translated or just a choice of translation, where it's not literal, or not a literal one, just a selective, like, they're creepy sheep. Maybe they were like, or a shifty sheep might have been a better name. Edel armor. You open the chest to find a bandanaed man hiding inside. Just kidding, it's empty. Alright, let's see what we got. Heightens the mind. So I want this on Oliver just because he's casting more. Zerum capsule. You open the chest, find hundreds of hissing snakes, and immediately close it again. Good thing you already got whatever item was in here. Aw, the snakes are cute. But, wild snakes. Ah, I'm guessing you are a little monster. Not so lil. Alright. Fire! Oh, there's so many of them. Oh no. Alright, we want some general AoE especially. Alright, let's get some luck. So, a little weak to fire. Plant monster from the mountain, slow sprays movements with mud, weak against fire. And this makes poison. And this nocturnal monster aims for enemies' weak points with its claws, weak against arts. Okay, so that'll be nice. Everything here is weak against fire, okay. But let's see, I have fire bolts, but I also have Titanic Roar. Would that, I mean, some of the stuff's kind of weak to it, but not so much that I think it wouldn't be worth doing. Called allies? Ow. There goes Earthquake. Finally, we get to use it. Nice. And then fire! That is nothing. Oh, the speed down, that's what's getting us. So they have moves that boost their speed, while like okay, now I'm starting to get it, and I'm starting to see the problem here. Oh, great. Dang, this fight might be too much for me. Great. No, that's just peachy. They're all confused. I literally can't do anything right now. You will pay for this.
So sorry.
Yeah, we are definitely going to have to try this again. Nah. Alright, let us load. And we're gonna prepare. Cause I've got some ideas of stuff I can do now. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's see if I can get some. The end is the end, everything is as it was. Today too, I'm pondering so much pondering. I'm sure I will spend tomorrow pondering as well. No job, no girlfriend. Wonder if my life has a purpose. Look, Anton. That cloud looks like Duke Dana and Tailsaw. Like I was friends so lackadaisical. Hey, Fritz! Oh, Estelle, I haven't seen you since the birthday celebrations, I believe. Are you here on business today? Please enjoy your stay. Huh? Is it just my imagination? He doesn't look too well. Perhaps it's because the non-aggression pact signing is drawing near. But lately I've received countless more inquiries about staying from foreign guests. Busy times are on their way. Oh, I wonder if someone's been... Remember how when people get their mind messed with, they kind of get all sickly? So maybe some members of Ouroboros are here and interfering with his memory. That would be interesting. Let me look around before I enact my final plan. Because I'm wondering if there might be someone of interest here. Probably not at the moment, but that seems... I'm guessing that's exactly what's going to end up what's going to be happening here. Yeah, I'm not liking that. That should be interesting. Okay, now to go and enact my plan. Alright, so that was painful, but I feel like we've got a good shot here now. So, let's try again. Come on, take it out. We gotta kill them as fast as we can. Not bad. Not bad at all. Come on, take it out. The cell. It's not an ideal one, but let's just kill it, please. Gosh darn it! There we go. One down. One freaking down.
Hey, come and get me.
Since they can't move very fast. Oh well, they did catch up to her, unfortunately. But still, I can do something about this. Come on, let's get this second one down. Ah, oh, so close. Yeesh. They sense weakness.
My love, I give to thee.
Oh, so close. Yes! Finally! 2 down! 2 to go. Come on. So close! Chloe Agat, really solid combo, being able to like work those two together. Gotta stop that from healing. Finish this one off. Yes. Alright, Chloe. Good, 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 good. Alright, come on. We're getting there. Whew. A little close for comfort. Oh no, Oliver!
How could I fail?
Feel bad because I want to get Oliver up, but I don't. Well, okay, I could probably do it. I just gotta time things right. Come on, finish this! Finish it! Oh no! Don't knock him down again! God, no!
How could I fail?
We're good to go.
We're gonna kill it this time for sure. And you're getting the XP, Oliver. And we're gonna get a crit. We're definitely killing it. Alright, Agat. You and your awesome strikes. Take the crit. Finish the job. Yes! Oh, beautiful. Finally. What a nightmare. I had to stack a whole bunch of stats to make that work. Eliminate, exterminate monster. Whew, okay. Alright, so. I didn't go over it before because I didn't know if it was going to work, but that essentially all I did for that, I give everyone, I went and bought, I spent 4,000 to get Lily Nexuses for everyone, which prevents confusion, which just probably saved my bacon. And then, for once, I used the Ruby Talisman because we knew everything we fought was against fire, so we just made so Agat, all of his attacks counted as fire attacks. Normally, not really worth it, but in that specific fight, it was really solid, so absolutely happy with that. Whew, okay. Now we can continue to explore. Oh, I gotta save. I must save that. That was a fight. I don't think I've had to go back, double back for a fight in a while. So I'm gonna continue exploring down here, try and find all the chests and everything. If I can avoid getting attacked randomly. Smelling salts. For sale, reviving balm never used. I wish. I just used a reviving balm. I'd love to have another one. Do I have to go down different entrances, maybe, to get down to there? That would make sense. Right, I'll go see if there's other entrances I can access. Oh, Jimmy! Whoa, hey, you're the bracer who saved me his ice. I didn't realize this was Jimmy. What are you doing here? I'm great, delivering the artifact, huh? Yeah, it may have lost its power, but who knows what it might do after all. I'll entrust it to these guys. Good call. If you'd also give up on treasure hunting and get a real job, that'd be even better. Ouch, but I'm afraid I can't. Suppose it'd be different if I could find something even more romantic than being a treasure hunter. I plan on giving to him I have a look at my little discovery. First I need to find the person in charge. Okay, let's just go in. I've been wanting to go in, so let's go in. Welcome to the History Museum. Tetrasonic Tower outer wall segment. Wow, they just brought a piece of the wall here. It was cut and carried from the Tetrasonic Tower, a structure built shortly after the Great Collapse. Depicted upon it, the staff-wielding priest and a winged godlike being, typical of the period facades. Scholars continue to examine the design for any connection with Adios. Staff-wielding priest and a winged godlike being. Interesting. Oh? you? Aren't you? Who are you again? Ouch! I'm Santos at the History Museum. I asked you to take photos of the tower in Rouen. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So how'd it go after that? Find anything out about the tower device? No, embarrassingly, I haven't really had any success. Everything's about just as so unknown. However, we do know the tower itself was built during the ancient Zamurian era. First, I suppose I'd need to check out what references we have in that area. Archaeology doesn't seem like the kind of thing that comes up with results that easily, huh? I guess all I can say is good luck. Yes, I'll do my best. Thinking of all of this as the first step of uncovering a lost ancient civilization. I mean, archaeology's tough because when you're digging and you're excavating material, we always tend to look at it through the lens of how we interpret history. So you look at stuff and you're like, oh, this must have been used for this, or oh, this must have been used for that. Like a good example I saw was someone was pointing out how we look back at Roman bathrooms and it just looks like a bunch of kind of seats that you can sit in, but all in a big room. And so a lot of times we've been taught that, oh yeah, it was just a public potty house essentially. So you just go and you'd sit down, but it was kind of open to everybody so you could see your neighbors and all of that. Now maybe we have murals to back up that theory, but someone pointed out, it's like, well, you know, if they had stalls that were made of wood, the wood would have degraded by now. And, you know, maybe the mountings would have been there, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe there were things that would be allowing for privacy. We just don't know. Maybe culturally it was a lot less taboo to be going to the bathroom. So going to the bathroom in front of everybody was just kind of a thing that people did, because why would it be something to be ashamed of or want to hide? But, you know, at the same time, maybe there was. We often look at things through the lens of how we understand it, and that can lead to a lot of misunderstandings. I remember even being shown a kind of I call it the high-end picture books. It's picture books, but it's with lots of text that it's like a child's picture book format, but the concepts and the words that were used are a lot more complex. It's just meant to be for middle school, just to kind of be more engaging. And it depicted this hypothetical scenario of a civilization 2,000 years from now, looking back at relics of our time and trying to interpret it, and just the goofy translations they came up with. They go to what was a hotel, but I think it was a set of ancient burial chambers, and in a few of them they found bodies of people who died during the Great Collapse or whatever the event was. They don't even really know what it was, but they find one person who's laying in bed with they're watching the television with the remote in their hand, but they say it's like a ceremonial communication device, and they're looking at the television, which is supposed to be this portal to the nether realm. And then another body is found in the tub with a shower cap on their head, and they think that it was a place where they prepared the bodies for burial and washed them and cleaned them to be ready to be put down. And then they have the toilet bowl, but the toilet bowl was a singing bowl where they would make petitions to the gods. And it's an archaeologist does a depiction of what he imagines it was like, and he puts the paper that you put on toilet seats to keep it clean for you when it's being used. He ties one around his head like a bandana, and he puts his hands on the toilet bowl and makes this warbling sound where he's reading a bit of text, but it's disjointed and saved. But I think it's something to the effect of please flush after use. But he says it you know, trying to make it like a dramatic reading of another language that he can't phonetically say. And it's just a good highlight that I really loved the lesson that taught me when I was in middle school, which was this idea that we shouldn't presume to understand what history was, because we might be looking at it through a viewpoint that just isn't consistent with what it would have actually been like. And so we should always hold in reserve these interpretations. Now granted, a lot of archaeology is done meticulously to try and prevent that from happening. So you shouldn't go to a National History Museum and just assume that it's all hog's wallop and just no one knows what they're talking about. We just need to be careful not to make presumptions based on what we think the civilization was like, and try and fit what we find to fit and match that narrative. It's interesting, and it's a dangerous thing we can do with history, and I imagine we're seeing that with this game, where I believe the ancient civilization was pretty much similar to a modern one. It wasn't based on a religion. The religion came in after the collapse to help explain the things that the people no longer could comprehend. Enough of that history lesson. Let's look around the museum, talk to some more people, and then I'll probably go back into the into the depths of the world. Professor Alba was staying here before, was quite the man. His theory about the Septim Trions, or 7 treasures, was quite charming. The 7 treasures? I'd like to hear his opinion about the mysterious devices in the ancient tower that they activated recently. Apparently, he investigated the towers across the regions, after all. Professor Alba? Huh, who is that? Seems familiar. I wish you'd remember! Oh, we'd have so many interesting clues if we could remember. Ancient artifacts. Unknown. Artifact, noun, relic, of any shape or size found in an ancient ruin and generally of unknown or uncertain purpose. The church believes these artifacts have some connection to the Septim Trion's gifts from Adios, and their recovery is one of the duties the church fulfills. Artifacts are said to have supernatural powers, but those on display here are all ones that have since lost said powers and are no longer functional. For now. Medieval loom. A man-powered machine used to spin thread. As the Septim era continued, the people became accustomed to peace and cotton. Cotton and other crops became more widely cultivated and sold. This was also an era in which handcrafts with the intent to obtain money came into practice. Manuscript. Handwritten copy of the scriptures used by the church at the end of the Dark Ages. The ability to print did not exist in the Middle Ages, leaving no choice but to copy by hand pieces of parchment. Church ritual items. The church has long been a source of art, and this has been true since the dawn of the Septim era. It was around 900, however, that the current likeness of Adios is thought to have been first created. Likewise, many of the ritual items used by the church today first assumed their present forms at the time period too. Probably all based on artifacts. But, yeah, they likely have become their own thing now. Look at these. I wonder if this is just like concept art for various ships, but it's like meant to be like, here are the various ships of various nations. The orbital post-revolutionary world. It's only been 50 years since Professor C. Epstein invented orbments, and the world technology has advanced at lightning speed ever since. Perhaps the most notable representative of these advances is the modern orbital power airships. These orbital ships are already used extensively in Liberl, but neighboring nations such as Yerevonia have begun to devote themselves to their manufacture as well, and smaller sized airships are also used. What a crazy thing to imagine most of the world just doesn't have it yet. Ancient lantern. Device built to hold fire, most often found near towers and other ceremonial structures, may have religious significance. Floor tile. Piece of the tile from inside a ruined building. Broken stones fit together to create beautiful and intricate patterns. Stone pillar with relief. Found at the bottom of Lake Valerian. Adorned with these reliefs are similar to those found on the walls of the tetracycle towers. So maybe there was a tower down there. Ancient civilization of Zemuria. Around 1200 years ago, an advanced civilization of Zemuria was at its peak and suddenly and inexplicably disappeared. The Great Collapse occurred, destroying the Zemurian culture and plunging its people into a dark age of ruin. The items exhibited on the first floor from the very beginning of the era. They aren't believed to be products of the ancient civilization itself, but nonetheless its influence is clearly visible upon them, giving them immense academic worth. And then this is just weapons and knight's equipment, yeah. Most of this is the same as the last game, but it's nice to refresh a bit. Okay. So besides a hint of Professor Alba being mentioned, there's really not much else we learned there. So back to the bowels of the earth I go. Oh, but this is the Erbe Embassy. Wait a second. Hello, good sir. How have you been? Oliver, what the heck have you been? Oh, what is it? Nothing. You've been hiding from us ever since you went to Elmo for a little break, haven't you? Well, Mueller was livid. Huh. As always, a very cute man. Wait, Oliver, you haven't been keeping quiet at the embassy while working with us, have you? Ha ha ha! Roads wander in search of love are roads traveled in secret, but of course. The heck is that supposed to mean? So yeah, he didn't tell them. Alright, let's see if we can go down. Sewer's currently off limits. We've had a lot of foreign visitors to the capital, you see. We're upping security to make sure they don't get lost or wander in. Okay, so I'll probably get another mission to go down there later, and that means and I'll be able to unlock more of the sewer at that time. Okay. I'll continue talking to people, then we'll turn the mission and head to the villa. Alright, report results for Grancel sewer monster. 4,000 Mira. Hey, that paid for the charms I bought. Good work. Seems you succeeded in your objective safely. If you complete any other tasks, come report again. Alright, I think we're about ready to head out then. Oh, but before we go, I did find one thing while I was shopping. Let's get our reading in, huh? Liberl issue 4. Earthquake's over. Zeiss stops shaking. The earthquakes plaguing Zeiss have finally ended, it seems. The Wolf Fort incident mentioned in our previous edition was only the beginning. The city of Zeiss, Acklem Gate, and Lestian Fortress were all hit by quakes as well, causing distress in the region. Sudden declaration of safety. However, not long after the earthquake at Lestian Fortress, a declaration of safety was issued by Central Factory's Chief Murdoch. Some concerns were expressed at the statement, but as practical matter, there have been no earthquakes since. How such a declaration of safety is possible was explained by Chief Murdoch. We determined that the earthquakes were being caused by special circumstances, he clarified. These earthquakes, it seems, were being caused by an underground septium veins, and that after analysis it was possible to state accurately when they'd ended. The declaration also emphasized disaster preparations for future incidents. However, technology. New modern engine finally complete. Look at that thing! The new model orbital engine from the Central Factory is at last complete and has been revealed to the press. This engine is specifically designed for the cruiser RSLE and has a higher output as well as a streamlined maintenance for field repairs. The new engine will increase the RSLE's cruising speed to 3,200 slag an hour, or 4 times the speed of an airliner, making it the fastest ship in the world. Foreign Affairs, new engine drives peace. Samples of the new model engine referred to in our previous article are to be presented to both the Empire and Republic as tokens of peace represented by this pact. These engines are said to be the key to next-generation flight, and as such, technology exchange is a promise made to those who promise to uphold the harmony between nations. Much is expected from Liberl's ace in negotiations. That makes a lot of sense, because, like, what... Besides, like, just having peace, because the problem is that as soon as your neighbor decides that peace isn't as valuable as, like, what could be gained through war, the desire to just sign a treaty for the sake of peace isn't going to hold up. But if you have other things established, such as a pattern of sharing technological advancements, free exchange of information, lower tariffs, and trading goods in a free market. These things open things up for 2 reasons. Number 1, they provide much more stability and access that would otherwise have to be gained by force or espionage, which just makes the whole process a lot easier and makes everyone happier. Then you have the trade. One of the fun things about a free market, I don't know about full free, and I can't get into all the specifics of marketplace stuff. I'm not going to talk full economy here, but the more free an economy is, where the flow of goods can go without too many bars or sanctions put in place, it allows for the markets to kind of stabilize based on, like, you know, supply and demand in a much more free environment, but it also starts to mean that the markets tend to become more tied together. So a good example of that would be China and the United States. There can be a lot of division between our 2 nations, and, you know, tensions are only going up lately. However, the one big thing that I think holds back China from doing anything drastic, and the United States as well, is the understanding that if there were something very, like, dramatic to happen, it would shut down trade. Now, both economies would suffer, and there's a lot of debate that would go about which would suffer more, but what it seems to be is one of those situations where the majority of raw goods and raw good processing would happen in China and shipped over here to the United States, whereas the United States tends to process and develop high-end technological things such as aircraft and weapons and other things that when they get sent over. That trade stops, you have to try and look and reconcile. Both nations are going to suffer immensely. Economy and, you know, introspection-wise. Based on my history, understanding, and the fact that I'm a lot more familiar with it, I do think that the US market would be able to stabilize. I'm not sure I can say that for China, I just don't know enough. But the fact of the matter is that I think both nations understand that intense confrontation would lead to some dramatic hits at home for both. And I imagine that's one of the biggest things that's keeping peace right now. It's just understanding that, like, if you go all in to try and take targets, so if trying to take targets in the South Pacific, I think that the gain would be severely overshadowed by the losses. And this just doesn't make sense, except for, like, checking boxes and trying to make keeping promises and making a regime look powerful. And I just don't know if that posturing's really worth it. So mostly it's been saber rattling. Anyway, society. Elmo Hot Springs gets hot. In the earthquake struck Zeiss region, even Elmo Village felt the wrath of nature. Following a quake, the hot springs began to boiling. The phenomena ceased after a few hours, but it's thought to be related to some form of underground abnormality. After investigating, the Bracer Guild issued a statement that it was temporary, with was temporary with no likelihood of reoccurrence. A possible connection to the quakes will be investigated by the central factory at a later date. I hope they go and take that device out that I found still there. Like, good grief. Don't just leave that there. That could just be turned back on again. Plus, it should be studied. All right, to the villa and another monster. All right, Mirage Septif. A payment for taking my stuff. We must cut down the tallest tree in the forest with a heading! I'm glad I recognized that halfway through. Monty Python reference in my Trails game? Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Aha! You must be my friend. You look familiar too. I think we fought one of you before. Oh, yep, there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you. Okay. All right, let's see what they're weak to. Nothing in particular. So that means we're gonna go ahead and just get a little Titanic in here. Oh my gosh. Ow. Get him, Estelle. You got the crit too. Dang, that still didn't do very much. We're just gonna blast it to death. Oh yeah. Can Estelle hit it with and kill it with her staff? Nope. But Agat's gonna get it. The rare spell from Agat. All right, much easier than the last one. That's nice though. Sweet. Exterminated monster. All right, let's go to the villa, get that mission started, and I think that'll be our end, the end for us today. Wait, where is this? Let's see. Oh, this is the villa. Wow, I literally got here. I was just wandering around. Oh, look at that. Fishing! I see it. Oh, dang it. Why didn't I go to the fishing, like, guild? I'm so stupid. Darn it.
Well, Villa, this is sort of nostalgic in that awesome adventure kind of way. Seems a bit more lively this time, though.
The villa is usually open to the general public. Many people use it as a place to relax. Such a refined setting. It speaks to my muse. Perhaps I should wield a lute in the service of further rest and healing for everyone here.
Yeah, you'll send them into comas, maybe. I see the point about the vacation spot, though. There's a lot of families here.
I bet our lost kid was with a family like that. So let's go find this Raymond guy.
Right, let's go.
All right. Was there a guard here? Yeah, there was. I'm kind of like to ask, but just a bit ago, an old man rushed in saying he heard a monster howling. Did you find anything odd by the entrance around here?
Oh, you mean that big monster, I bet. We took care of it, so there shouldn't be any problems now.
Oh, is that right? Now you mention it, you seem to be bracers. That's great. I was just thinking we'd have to investigate and slay it. Thank you for your assistance. Enjoy your time at the villa. The Royal Villa here is currently open to citizen visitors. Please feel free to enter. It's like the Royal Palace, and I imagine that they might close it off for specific events, but usually it's for the people.
Huh, it's simple, but the garden has a very nice atmosphere. The shrubs and the lawn are very well tended. It's quite lovely. I imagine a more showy place, but this isn't bad.
Alright, let's go fish. Like I said, I bet you there's I need to go to the fishing place. Delicate fishing work. Let's do some delicate fishing work. Riverbug. Lakes and rivers. Lakes and rivers. Let's try red fly. Oh, I almost missed that. Liberal carp. Alright. Enough for now. I'll probably come back with a better rod later. As long as you get permission from the villa, you can enter here at the garden. Don't you think it'd be perfect for a family group thing? It really is a great spot for a picnic.
Our family comes here to the Royal Villa often. After all, the Queen was good enough to open it to us citizens. I couldn't bear to not be able to use it.
You silly pigeons have been going cuckoo since like forever. Hey sis, the pigeons, they're going poo-poo.
Oh, that's I got it backwards. So he said poo-poo, and she said, no, they're going cuckoo. I heard fearsome cry by the thicket near the villa. If I'd been a monster, I would have dragged it out kicking and screaming. Then I would have slammed it to the ground my judo throw, but ultimately it was too scared of me and it never showed itself. Oh, sure, buddy. Oh, you look so distressed. Oh dear, oh dear. The braces will be here any minute. Where could she have gone?
Hello?
Did you lose the girl too? Oh, yes, yes. Ask who... Wait, you're...
Hello! You guys remember us.
Ha! How could I forget? We owe you greatly for what you did at the villa. Oh, wait, that's...
Is something wrong, sir?
No, I'm mistaken. You just look like someone I know, miss.
Oh, do I remind you of your girlfriend, perhaps?
No, not at all. So, I take it you are the team Elnan said would be coming.
Yeah, that's right. Is everything okay, though? You seem kind of troubled.
It's about the lost child, actually. So, how do I put this? Lost again, she told me? Let's play hide and seek, and just vanished. I've been looking for her ever since.
Oh, crap.
I'll find her soon, I swear. Please wait in the lounge. You know where that is, right?
Oh, yeah, I do, but you look like you're having trouble. You sure you don't want a hand?
Are you sure? I wouldn't want to impose. Hey, we're already on the case, right? Tell us her name, what she looks like, and we'll get a look in. Thank you. She's a preteen girl wearing a white frilly dress and a black hair ribbon. She never gave me her name, though.
You didn't find out her name? Seriously?
She wouldn't tell me. Every time I asked, she just said, it's a secret. I think she came in with her family, but I couldn't find her parents or anyone who knew her. My only option was to call you in the end.
Oh, I see. Hide and seek, huh? Energetic little girl you got there.
I'm sure I'd say energetic. Precocious and whimsical is more like it. I got the distinct impression she was enjoying toying with the adults around her. Oh-ho, a prank-loving kitten, eh? Yes, exactly. Where could she have gotten off to? I'm fairly sure she hasn't left the building, but... In other words, we must search the entire building, including the courtyard. A perfect place for a game of cat and mouse. I will wait in the lounge then. When you find her, please bring her there.
Will do.
Okay, so white dress with a black ribbon, right?
Okay, let's hunt down the kitten, a child. So what dress? White dress, black hair ribbon.
I can imagine she'd be hard to find in an outfit like that. I'm eager to see what kind of girl she is.
Let's get searching. Ah, sniffles. The sniffles. All right. Let's see what we can find. The place is pretty big, if I recall. White dress, black hair ribbon. Oh, you! He's late. Too late, I say. Curse you, Philip! How much time does it take to just purchase a magazine and some donuts? Blast it! How does he intend to keep me?
Hey!
Oh.
You! What's up with this dude?
Duke Danan? Oh, joy of joys.
Hello, Uncle. How have you been?
Ah, have you no shame, Claudia? And you, brigand! Because of you, all this of you, I have been forced into this life of shame, house arrest of all things.
Okay, I don't think it's really fair to say it's our fault. You're the one who bought the Colonel Richard's plan, you know.
You should be grateful you live in a kingdom as forgiving and merciful as Liberl. Were this Erebonia, your nobility would only serve to speed you to the gallows.
I confess that imprisoning Her Majesty was out of line. Perhaps Richard may have suggested it, but I should have gainsaid him. So you can actually admit you were wrong about the whole deal. That's pretty humble coming from you. Do not misunderstand me. I love and respect Her Majesty. As both a ruler and an aunt, she's utterly above reproach. But you, Claudia, to consider naming a little girl like you her successor is simple madness, unacceptable insanity. Not just a second. Chloe's smart, studious, kind, merciful. She's got all kinds of virtues to attract people to her. Where'd you get off calling her a little girl, huh? You say it, Estelle.
Estelle, that's enough. I've always admitted I'm not, ready to take the throne. I suppose it's only natural my uncle finds that unpleasant.
But Chloe, you always did have some sense at the very least. But you, Claudia, have always seemed allergic to attending public ceremonies. I'm far better known among the citizenry, while you remain a veritable ghost. You have not once publicly demonstrated that you are ready to stand above others. Why, from what I understand, you hid your true identity while living as a student. And as if that weren't enough, you even waste your time on some backwater orphanage. She should be presiding over common rabble ceremonies, not wallowing in the mud with them. That is the purpose of nobility, to stand above all other men in lordship.
It's as you say, Uncle.
I admit I don't really know much about the purpose of nobility, so you might have a point. Haha, of course I do. But I can say this. Chloe's trying her hardest to figure out what she wants to be and is helping us out in the middle of her own problems. And she sure as hell is doing a lot more about some duke who's sitting around nothing but because he's under house arrest. What? You dare!
Estelle, Uncle Dunnan, I'm trying as hard as I can to find my own path to as I help Estelle. I think by the end of it all, we will know if I have the right to become next queen or not. So please, hold your judgment until then.
What? Ugh, this is absurd. I will deal with this no further. Begone! Trust me, I don't want to stick around. Don't come to think of it, I need to. Gotta ask one thing. Has a girl in a white dress come here? What are you talking? No little girls come by here. Begone! Yeah, sure. Enjoy your donuts or whatever.
Pardon us.
I'm fighting the urge to strangle that guy. He's all acting like he's the most innocent person in the world while insulting Chloe at the same time.
No, his criticism was fairly reasonable, I think. His concept of nobility is perhaps outdated, but he is correct about the qualities one must possess to lead.
But wait!
I'm not sure I agree with the fame being a prerequisite for his rightful inheritance. Countless rulers in days past were unknown upon their ascent, and still they performed great works during their respective reigns. Erbe is one such man. After the deaths of all potential heirs due to civil war, one unsung hero took the throne in their stead. That man is now hailed as the emperor who returned Erbe to its former glory. That was Emperor Grancel, correct? The very same. My point is thus, you have nothing to worry about, Princess. Huh, maybe. He still has a point about my readiness, however. To tell the truth, I'm glad we met him here. I think I've gained a new sense of what I'm lacking.
Well, I'm glad you got something positive out of it. Anyway, shall we find the lost girl?
Yes, let's.
I think that might have been very much what you guys were saying I needed to make sure to see. But as you probably heard, my voice is giving out. We're gonna end up here. I got a lot done. I know this is not a great place to end it, but I gotta listen to my throat, and we just gotta cut it here. So thank you so much for your patience. I hope you enjoyed today's episodes, my struggles. I had a lot of fun having to go back and do that second fight. Like, the fight sucked, but going back and being able to succeed after failing the first time and building a plan in order to make a success feels great. It feels good. It's a good challenge. It shouldn't feel like a cakewalk to play this game, and I'm glad it hasn't been. So yeah, while there was not as much substance to this episode so far, I still had a lot of fun making it, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for your patience. Hopefully my throat doesn't take much longer to heal, and I'll be able to get through to the other side of it no problem. And otherwise, I'm just grateful to be able to share with you. Thank you to the support of the members and patrons. You all, I don't deserve you, so I'm really appreciative of your support and help in these times, and just, I want to make good content, and it's nice knowing that you all think I'm making good enough content to support, so I appreciate that. Never feel like you have to, though. I'm more than happy just having people watching, commenting, liking, all the stuff that makes, like, you know, that helps in the algorithm, that helps the channel grow. It all means so much to me, so thank you. And until this video, watching me, I've seen me next. I'll see you there.